Hi everybody, Mitzi Dela Cruz again. This is part 2 of my interview with Joy Smith. One of the coolest things about live video is that, you know, things happen. So my phone actually got too hot being in the sun. So here we are, part 2, finishing up our interview with Joy Smith. So you were right in the middle of telling us about...
What was I talking about? Oh, I know.
Upcoming events.
Yes, and I want to tell you about something really exciting. I forgot about one of our most important programs. It's called a pajama party.
Ooh.
And what that is that it's so cool. If you're not sure, you know, it's like Match.com. You're not sure on the first date if you're going to like somebody, so to pass the first date. So you come here to the shelter and you meet this cat, an adult cat, and you're like, I like this cat.
Yeah.
But is it going to really fit into my household? So a pajama party lets you take the kitty home for a pajama party for a few days.
Yeah.
Or however, you know, it can be even a little bit longer. We can extend it out to make sure it's really going to be a match. Because we don't want you to get home and after a week you go, oh boy, we're not getting along.
Yeah, right.
And feel guilty about returning this cat you adopted. We want you to be happy with it. So that program, since we started about 2 years ago now, it has been super successful. It has been enabled so many cats, especially some of the special needs cats, because what we call special needs, but they may have behavior problems here in the shelter. You know, they're a little snarky. They might, you know, do some kind of bad behaviors. But once they get in the home, they're just stressed because they're in the shelter.
Right.
They turn into a different cat. So it really encourages people to sort of take a chance on a kitty that they think they might like. And if it doesn't work, you know, hey, great. We know more about what that cat's going to be like in the home then.
Right.
So it gives us more information, and they're happy. And about our success rate is about 80 to 85% that actually end up being adopted.
I was going to ask that.
Yeah. So it's a great program.
Yeah.
So it only applies to adults, cats that are a year and older, so not to kittens. But so that's a great opportunity if you're just not sure.
Yeah.
Come to a pajama party, and we send you home with a little kit with everything, with their pajamas. And
oh my gosh, it's so cute. So I have to ask, so with my situation, you know, I mentioned that I love a mouser at my property, but we've got the 3 dogs, so that aren't used to being around cats, so that's a concern. So do you think that would be something that might work, or do you think we should just wait until no dogs?
Well, depending on the dogs, it really depends on the dog behavior. If they have never been around dogs, been around cats, you do want to kind of cat test them. And what we don't want to happen, because dogs have a prey drive.
Oh, right.
And even if though you think, oh, they might chase a cat, and they might chase and play, you know, and it just is really a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
But dogs do have a prey drive, and, you know, they can obviously hurt a cat if they were to run after it. So it really just depends on dogs, and you would want to, you know, there's ways to cat test them.
Got it.
So there really is. So, of course, we'd love to adopt some road rangers for you, but if it's not a good situation for you, then, you know, you could train your dogs to do it. But no, we can do some cat testing with your dogs to see. They might, even though they haven't been around cats, they might be totally fine with them.
I was just curious if that would be an appropriate situation, or
no, we have I mean, cats and dogs get along really well, and we adopt a lot of our rodent rangers out to homes that have cats.
Gotcha. So any final thoughts or anything?
Have dogs, I should say.
I knew what you meant.
You know what I meant, right?
Do you have anything else that you want to talk about? Or
well, I could talk all day long, but I want to bore everybody.
Maybe a favorite story, or
well, let's see. A couple of years ago, just about actually 3 years ago today, and this is just very typical of what can happen here at FieldHaven. We often say we should have a reality show because some bizarre things happen. But I recently had somebody, I won't go into it because but anyway, I won't tell that story. Because I don't want to offend anybody that might watch. But it was bizarre. But we had 3 years ago, and I think it was actually 3 years ago today, we got a phone call. And from somebody in a community, not in Lincoln, but a community near here, it was actually Wheatland. And somebody was reaching out for help. And she said, I think I need help. I have a lot of cats. And so we took a drive. I think Jen and I took a drive up to where the house was, and we were absolutely, we were blown away. Cats everywhere, and they were all with eye infections and sick. But this person reached out to us for help. So you know, while everybody wants to vilify people that do hoarding, you know, or overcrowding, this person knew. These are cats that were not her cats. They just came from the community.
Sure.
And she was feeding them. She thought she was doing the right thing. She tried to get a couple spayed and neutered, but she didn't have all the resources she needed. And so she did reach out for help.
Yeah.
So we rolled up our sleeves and dug in, and in 2 days we took in 60 cats here. 60 very sick cats.
Yeah.
And we had, we cleared out. My husband has a classic boat that has its own precious garage, but we cleared that. He put that in storage so we could set up an emergency shelter because we couldn't bring these cats we didn't have room, number one, and number two, they were very sick. We had veterinarians from all over coming to help us with these cats, and within, like I said, in 2 days we took in 60 cats. That was a huge success. We called it the September 60. And one of those cats is Champy, who is the namesake of Champy's cat Faye. He's blind. He is the only one that ended up being completely blind because we had such great veterinary care from Animal Eye Center and the ophthalmologist there that we prevented most of them, all but Champy, from going blind. And he was already blind when he came. And we adopted out all of those cats. So we think it was probably March until we got them all adopted out.
Right.
And it was a great success. And that was our entree into going into Wheatland to help that whole community. And now we are their go-to for when people the police come to us if they have somebody that they find that has, cat problems there, because they don't have an animal control agency there.
Right.
So that is something that I'm very proud of what we did, because that was a very big thing for a small organization to take on, and we took it on. The community backed us, and PetSmart Charities gave a large grant for us to underwrite the medical expenses, and the veterinarian community donated so much time and all the surgeries, and we made a success of it. And then it brought us into that community to make even a bigger difference in that one community.
Wow.
So that's one of the stories that really always stands out, that I think really exemplifies what we do here at FieldHaven. We're never like, oh my God, that's too big for us, or oh my gosh, we can't do anything about that.
Right.
Just challenge us, because we have a lot of energy, but we do get tired too.
I bet.
Yeah, it does get overwhelming. I mean, there's sometimes when you have to set your boundaries, and that's one thing I tell people. I have to counsel volunteers all the time.
Right.
Is there is a lot of cats that we say no to. I don't want to say no because we want to help them, but that we can't bring into the shelter.
Right.
But we can help the people. We can give them solutions other than just saying sorry, no, we can't help you. We don't ever say no, we can't help you.
Right.
There's some way that we can help.
Gotcha.
So that's my big message that I want to get out to people, and support us. Because we can't do it without your support.
So if somebody wants to learn more about volunteering, donating,
they can go. We have a very active Facebook page, and they can go to fieldhaven.com, fieldhavenmarketplace.com if they were interested in volunteering and becoming involved down at the store downtown. So if you don't like cats but you want to help a good community organization, or you're really allergic to cats, that's a good place to go volunteer, because you can, one of the things we always are in need of people that will process donations coming in. So I think it's a fun thing to do, because you get to go picking. I mean,
right?
Get all these treasures that come in. It's really fun. And then also you can email us at joy@fieldhaven.com or info@fieldhaven.com. Phone number here is 916-434-6022. Let's see how, the other ways you can, or you can just drive here. Drive here and come visit.
It's a beautiful property. My goodness.
Thank you.
Well, Joy, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your time today. And
thanks for having me. It was fun.
Everything you've shared, you are an incredible person, and just thank you.
Can't do it without everybody, not just me.
Well, you guys are awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Come visit.
Bye, everybody.